How to get rich without anyone noticing. 10 easy but disciplined strategies. Real wealth is quiet. Broke people announce. Rich people accumulate. Let's get into it. Rule number 1. Stop announcing your progress like it's a pregnancy. You don't need a countdown, a vision board tour, or a big things coming. Caption: money hates attention. The moment you shout, it hides. Second, live like you're still managing. Same phone, same shoes, same lifestyle. When your income increases, your expenses don't need to throw a welcome party. Lifestyle inflation is how people look rich for 3 months and cry for 10 years. Third, avoid loud status symbols. A flashy car doesn't mean wealth. It means commitment to car repairs. Real rich people drive boring cars with excellent engines and zero emotional attachment. Fourth, build skills, not clout. Clout feeds your ego. Skills feed your account. Likes can't pay rent. Retweets don't compound. Learn something people will actually pay for, quietly, without motivational speeches. Fifth, save like a paranoid adult. Act like the future you are watching and judging you, because they are, and they're not impressed by that small enjoyment. Sixth, invest automatically and emotionally disconnect. If your investments give you stress, you're too involved. Set it, forget it. Repeat. Seventh, keep your income private. The more people know, the more emergencies appear. Suddenly everybody's cousin has a problem only your wallet can solve. Eighth, delay gratification like a professional. You don't need rewards now. You need freedom later. Eat the shawarma later. Ninth, let people underestimate you. It's peaceful. No pressure, no competition, just quiet winning. Finally, announce nothing until it's done. Results speak fluently. Explanations are for broke people. Remember, if everyone notices your money, you're probably not rich yet. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to disappear financially and reappear free. One, live below your means, even when you can afford more. The fastest way to stay unnoticed: don't upgrade your lifestyle every time money improves. Most people make N10 more and immediately start acting like a Nigerian prince. New phone, new clothes, new soft life personality. Suddenly they can't breathe without spending money. You stay boring. Same phone. Yes, the one with the cracked screen that still works perfectly. Same apartment. Yes, the one your friends say you should upgrade from, like it's a software update. Same simple habits. Because peace is cheaper than impressing people who won't lend you money. Here's the truth nobody likes to admit. Lifestyle inflation is poverty wearing perfume. It smells expensive, looks successful, and leaves you broke by the 15th of every month. When your income grows, your expenses don't need to clap for it. They don't need to celebrate. They don't even need to know. Let your income grow quietly while your lifestyle pretends nothing happened. Real wealth isn't loud. It doesn't post stories. It doesn't change accents. It doesn't start calling Uber for just 5 minutes. Real wealth sits quietly in accounts, investments, and assets, minding its business. While others flex income, new car, new drip, new restaurant every weekend, you're stacking net worth like a calm, emotionally stable adult. And the funny part? People will think you're not doing that well. They'll advise you. They'll feel sorry for you. Let them. Because when life eventually asks, who's actually ready? You'll be the one answering without panic. Living below your means isn't suffering. It's a strategy. You're not broke. You're undercover. 2. Avoid loud status symbols. Luxury cars, designer clothes, flashy watches all scream one thing: please look at me. And nothing says, I'm financially stressed, like a car that costs more to maintain than your monthly savings. If your vehicle needs premium fuel, special oil, and prayers before starting, congratulations, you're not rich, you're committed. Real wealth doesn't shout, wealth whispers. A reliable car that starts every morning. Clean, simple clothing that fits properly. A watch that tells time, not your entire financial story. Quiet people scare the system. The loud ones need constant validation. The quiet ones don't. They're not trying to impress strangers they'll never see again. They don't dress to be noticed. They dress to be comfortable. And comfort, my friend, is expensive in the long run. Here's the funny part. Flashy status symbols don't even impress rich people. They impress other broke people who are also pretending. It's a group project of delusion. Everyone is broke together but dressed differently. The truly wealthy person walks into a room and you'd never guess. No designer logos shouting for attention. No chains heavy enough to cause neck pain. No car revving like it has something to prove. And because they're quiet, they're invisible. Nobody asks them for money. Nobody pressures them to help out. Nobody suspects them. That's the cheat code. When you stop trying to look rich, you stop paying the attention tax. You gain freedom. You gain peace. You gain the ability to move without explanations. Let others burn money on applause. You invest yours in silence. Because at the end of the day, real power isn't being admired. It's being unbothered. Remember, noise attracts eyes. Silence builds empires, and nobody ever suspects the quiet one. 3. Build skills, not clout. Clout is loud. Skills are silent. Clout makes you feel important today. Skills make you rich tomorrow. Instead of chasing attention, chase competence, because attention doesn't pay invoices. Likes don't transfer to your bank account, and going viral is not a retirement plan. Clout is fragile. One bad post, one algorithm mood swing, and suddenly you're irrelevant. Skills don't care about trends. They work on weekends. They work during recessions. They work even when nobody is watching. Learn high-income skills quietly. Writing, editing, sales, coding, design, AI tools. No announcements, no day one of learning, posts. No motivational captions, just you, your laptop, and mild frustration. Monetize quietly. Get paid without explaining yourself. Send invoices instead of posting screenshots. Let your account balance grow while your social media stays boring. Improve privately. Nobody needs to see your process. They only need to see your results. And even then, optional. Here's the joke. Clout ages like milk. Skills age like fine wine. The influencer from 3 years ago is now selling a course on how I used to go viral. The skilled person, still billing, still upgrading, still invisible. Skills compound silently. Every hour you invest today stacks on top of yesterday. Clout expires fast, sometimes overnight. One platform change and your audience disappears like NEPA light. Build something nobody can take from you. Something that doesn't need applause. Something that works even when you're tired, quiet, or offline. Let people laugh at your low engagement. Let them underestimate you. While they chase attention, you're building leverage. And one day, when they ask, "How did you do it?" you'll smile and say, "I was busy, not posting." 4. Save aggressively, but secretly. Nothing attracts financial problems faster than announcing, "I'm saving money." The moment you say it out loud, emergencies start forming a committee. Suddenly your phone breaks. Your cousin is in serious trouble. Someone is getting married by force. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Don't announce, "I'm saving. I'm investing. I'm planning something big." Because the world hears that and responds with, "Oh, really? Let's test you." Real savers move in silence. They don't post screenshots of investment apps. They don't tweet about financial discipline. They don't explain your budget to people who don't have one. They just quietly say, "I can't afford it," even when they can. Saving aggressively doesn't mean suffering publicly. It means choosing peace over pressure. It means knowing that future you will appreciate the sacrifice while present you ignores the noise. And let's be honest, once people think you have money, their needs multiply. Everyone suddenly remembers you exist. Everyone believes you're the solution. Your wallet becomes a community project. Silence protects your savings. When nobody knows what you're building, nobody can interrupt it. No advice, no opinions, no guilt tripping, just steady progress. Let your bank balance do the talking later, not now, not online, not at family gatherings, because money loves privacy. It grows better when it's not being watched, questioned, or emotionally manipulated. You don't need applause for discipline. You need results. So smile, stay quiet, decline politely, stack consistently. And one day, years from now, when your life suddenly looks lucky, people will say, "Wow, it happened so fast." You'll know the truth. It didn't happen fast. It happened quietly. 5. Invest automatically. If your investing strategy depends on your mood, congratulations, you're gambling with extra steps. The secret adults use: automation. Set your investments on autopilot and remove your emotions from the room. Because emotions are expensive. Fear makes you sell low. Excitement makes you buy nonsense. Automation just shrugs and keeps going. Stocks, ETFs, businesses, digital assets. Pick your lanes. Set the system. Let it run like background music you don't need to control. No emotions, no noise, just consistency. Most people think investing is dramatic. Screens, charts, heart palpitations, and Twitter arguments. In reality, good investing is boring, painfully boring. If it feels exciting, something is wrong. Automatic investing doesn't care if the market is trending, crashing, or about to explode according to one guy on YouTube. It just invests. Month after month, quietly, relentlessly. And here's the beautiful part. Nothing visibly changes. You still look normal. Same lifestyle. Same routine. Same average appearance. Meanwhile, money is working overtime in the background. Stacking quietly while you're living your regular life. No celebration. No announcement, no stress. People won't notice because there's nothing to notice. No flashy upgrade. No sudden wealth costume, just silent progress. Automation protects you from yourself, from panic selling, from FOMO buying, from late-night financial decisions made after motivational videos. You're not trying to be a market genius. You're trying to be consistent. And consistency beats intelligence, luck, and vibes every single time. Set it once. Review occasionally. Adjust calmly. Because real wealth doesn't require daily attention. It requires patience. And patience on autopilot is dangerously powerful. 6. Keep your income sources private. The more people know how much you earn, the more your life turns into a charity hotline. One innocent sentence like "business is going well," and suddenly your phone rings more. Your WhatsApp gets longer voice notes. Everybody has a small thing they need help with. Requests multiply, pressure increases, distractions line up like it's Black Friday. That's why privacy is not secrecy, it's self-defense. When people don't know your income, they don't budget it for you. They don't assign your money to their problems. They don't emotionally guilt you into financial decisions you didn't plan for. Keep your income sources private, not because you're stingy, but because momentum is fragile. One distraction can slow years of progress. The truth is, people don't just want to know what you do. They want to know how much it makes. Once they know that, everything changes. Respect becomes expectation. Support becomes entitlement. And let's be honest, explaining your income is exhausting. Suddenly you're defending your choices, justifying your boundaries, and answering questions you didn't invite. Privacy keeps things simple. You earn, you plan, you invest, you grow. No commentary, no updates, no financial press conferences at family gatherings. The richest moves happen quietly, not because they're illegal, but because silence protects focus. When your income stays private, your goals stay yours. Your pace stays calm. Your decisions stay rational. Let people think you're doing okay. Let them underestimate you. Because while they're busy guessing, you're building. Privacy doesn't slow success. It protects it. And momentum, once protected, is unstoppable. 7. Delay gratification ruthlessly. Let's be honest. Most people aren't broke because they don't earn enough. They're broke because they celebrate too early. One small win and it's, let me reward myself. New phone, weekend getaway, random enjoyment that somehow costs half your savings. You don't need rewards now. You need freedom later. While others celebrate small wins like they just won the lottery, you reinvest. Quietly, calmly, almost suspiciously. No champagne, no announcement, just discipline. Delayed gratification isn't punishment, it's a strategy. It's understanding that every unnecessary reward today is a delayed freedom tomorrow. The funny part, people will call you too serious. They'll say you're not enjoying life. Meanwhile, their version of enjoyment comes with debt, stress, and panic by month end. You wait, you grow, you stack progress invisibly. And waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. It means choosing long-term peace over short-term excitement. It means saying not yet when everyone else is saying just this once. Because just this once happens every month. Delayed pleasure is uncomfortable in the beginning. You'll feel left out. You'll feel boring. You'll feel like you're missing something. But what you're actually missing is financial stress. While others are busy showing receipts of enjoyment, you're building a system that eventually buys time, peace, and options. Delayed pleasure equals accelerated wealth, always. You're not saying no forever. You're saying no for now, and when freedom finally arrives, you won't need to announce it. Your life will explain everything. Quiet discipline today, loud freedom tomorrow. 8. Let people underestimate you. Here's a superpower nobody talks about. Let people think you're average. When everyone believes, he's just okay, she's not doing much. You get a secret weapon, freedom. No one watches your every move. No one expects results tomorrow. No one questions your strategy. You're free to move, risk, and build quietly while everyone else is busy showing off. It's funny how people underestimate others. They assume your life is predictable, your potential limited, your ambition average. And that's perfect. Let them think it. Let them joke. Let them scroll past your boring life updates. Meanwhile, you're actually learning skills they ignore, investing money they spend on attention, planning moves they'll never anticipate. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. You just need space. Being underestimated is like having a private lane in life. You can accelerate without traffic, without interference, without stress. While everyone else is competing for recognition, you're stacking results invisibly. Here's the ironic part. The people who judge you hardest now will be the first to ask how you did it later. And by then, you'll be calm, unbothered, and several steps ahead. They underestimated you, and that mistake gave you leverage. Let them think about what they want. The quieter you are, the bigger the surprise when you win, and winning privately. That's the most satisfying kind. No one can take credit for your work, and no one can distract you while building it. So smile when they underestimate you, nod politely, play average. Because the quiet ones, they're usually the richest, the freest, and the happiest in the room. 9. Buy assets, not applause. Here's a truth nobody likes to say out loud. Applause doesn't pay bills. Assets do. Yet so many people chase recognition like it's currency. Instagram likes, Facebook reactions, LinkedIn congratulations. All of it is free noise. Fun for the ego, terrible for the bank account. If you want real wealth, stop buying clout and start buying assets. Businesses, intellectual property, equity, skills that scale. These are the things that keep working for you when you sleep, not when you post. Think about it. Nobody claps for assets until it's too late. And nobody tweets, wow, your rental property is impressive. Or congratulations on your portfolio. Not at first, anyway. But one day, your quiet investments start screaming results while everyone else is still hunting likes and retweets. The beauty, assets are boring at first. A stock portfolio doesn't spark envy. A side business doesn't fit in a 15-second reel. But boring beats flashy if your goal is freedom, not followers. Buying assets is also deeply satisfying. While people argue about which influencer is making moves, you're collecting real, tangible power, something no algorithm can take away. Here's the kicker. Assets scale. A skill, a business, or a piece of equity. Compound silently. Likes? They expire in minutes. Clout? It disappears in a week. Assets? They work for decades. So next time you feel tempted to buy things for attention, remember, applause is free, fleeting, and loud. Assets are silent, powerful, and permanent. Buy assets, not applause. Because one day, when your QI investments start paying off, the world will finally notice, and by then, it'll be too late for them to catch. 10. Announce nothing until it's done. Here's a secret the loud and proud crowd will never tell you. Plans attract opinions, results attract respect. The moment you announce a goal, people feel entitled to comment. Suddenly, your timeline is full of advice you didn't ask for. Are you sure that's a good idea? Maybe you should start smaller. I did something similar once. Congratulations, your plans are now public property. Your excitement is someone else's business. And let's be real, half of these advisors are broken. Don't talk about goals. Don't talk about strategies. Don't talk about moves. Keep them in your head, on your calendar, or in a private note that nobody else can see. Because while everyone is busy giving opinions, you're quietly building. Every step you take, every hour you invest, every dollar you compound, nobody's watching, and that's perfect. Here's the kicker. When you finally show up with results, people will be shocked. Wait, what happened? They'll ask. That's the sound of respect. That's the sound of leverage. Announcing nothing until it's done also protects your energy. You won't be drained, defending, explaining, or debating your life choices. That you'll just do quietly, consistently, relentlessly. And yes, it's funny watching people assume you're not doing anything. While your life is quietly leveling up behind the scenes, they think you're average. They think you're slow. They think they know your story. Spoiler alert, they don't. So let the world underestimate your hustle. Let them comment, gossip, and scroll past. You're busy stacking results that matter. Show up years later, different, calm, free, wealthy, and yes, silently victorious. Final truth, the goal isn't to look rich. Here's the brutal, unglamorous truth. If everyone notices your money, you're probably not rich yet. Think about it. The moment you flash a new car, a designer bag, or a lavish vacation on social media, something magical happens. Suddenly, everyone knows you have money. And when everyone knows, guess what? They all become broke experts on how you should spend it. Your distant cousin needs a small loan. Your neighbor wants just one night of your VIP lifestyle. Your friend from secondary school suddenly has the next big business idea that you simply must fund. Congratulations, you've officially become the village ATM. True wealth doesn't shout. It doesn't need a parade or Instagram highlights. True wealth is quiet, invisible, and occasionally suspiciously boring. It's that mysterious person at work whose life looks average, but who somehow always travels, invests, and sleeps well, while others panic over bills and likes. The goal isn't to impress anyone. The goal isn't to have people clap when you enter a room. The goal is freedom. Freedom to make choices without asking anyone for approval. Freedom to invest, move, and live on your terms. Freedom to quietly build while the world obsesses over appearances. It's funny, really. That most people spend decades trying to look rich. They spend money they don't have to impress people who don't matter, all while their bank accounts quietly sob in the corner. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy stack assets, skills, and freedom or quietly at the chaos. And one day just show up differently. So here's the challenge. Be invisible while building. Let results speak. Let the applause comes later or not at all. Because freedom is louder than any flex, and honestly, it's way more fun.